Wait, did Kintaro just break the world? Seriously, guys, we need to talk about what just went down because Monarch. Legacy of Monsters just went from a Titan investigation show to a full-blown sci-fi time heist thriller. I'm not kidding. Episode 9, The Last Flight, just dropped some massive bombshells that change everything we thought we knew about the Monsterverse. We're talking secret Apex offshoots, Godzilla acting like a bouncer at a club, and a plan to turn the Hollow Earth into a billionaire's personal fountain of youth. Grab your snacks, because we are diving deep into the Skull Island madness. The Great Titan Escort Service. All right, let's pick up right where that cliffhanger left us. If you remember last week, Lee Shaw, bless his chaotic heart, decided the best way to handle a regenerating Titan like Kokai was to call the king of the monsters himself. And Godzilla showed up. But here's the twist. It wasn't the total bloodbath we expected. Episode 9 opens with this incredible, almost surreal visual. We've got Godzilla essentially escorting Kokai back home. It's like a police escort, but with nuclear breath and giant claws. Tim, May, and the Monarch crew are trailing behind in a ship, watching this unfold, and they realize they're all heading to one place, Skull Island. Now, I've got to pause here. Did anyone else get chills seeing Godzilla and Kokai near Skull Island? This is the closest Godzilla has ever come to Kong's turf before their big 2021 showdown. It's like seeing two rival gangs respect a no-fly zone. Keiko drops some serious wisdom here. She realizes that Godzilla isn't just a mindless killing machine, he's the great balance. He doesn't want to kill Kokai. He just wants her out of the human lane and back where she belongs. Once she steps onto the shores of Skull Island, Godzilla gives one final, deafening roar, basically saying, "Stay there, and don't let me see you out here again." And then he just leaves. Mission accomplished. But of course, humans have to go and ruin the harmony.
Why are you helping these people? Why are you on their side?
The new Apex. Isabel's secret agenda. Okay, here's where things get messy and, honestly, a little confusing. We've been following Apex Cybernetics all season, right? We know Brenda is the face of the company. But now we have Isabel. Isabel is Walter Simmons' daughter. Yeah, that Walter Simmons from Godzilla vs. Kong. But she's acting like a total rogue agent. It turns out Jason, the guy who died trying to steal the egg, wasn't actually following Brenda's orders. He was working for Isabel. So we have a rift inside Apex. It's a corporate civil war. Isabel is using her trust fund money, as she calls it, to run a parallel operation. While Monarch is trying to study Titans and Apex is trying to weaponize them, Isabel has a much weirder, much more selfish goal. She's basically set up shop in an abandoned Monarch outpost on Skull Island. And her plan for Kokai's egg, it's not about making a Mechagodzilla. It's about the time hole.
You want to exploit Axis Mundi as your personal time machine?
Axis Mundi. The ultimate vacation spot. I need you to wrap your head around this because it's wild. Isabel explains her plan to Kintaro and a very skeptical Kate. She doesn't just want to study Axis Mundi, that weird realm between our world and the Hollow Earth. She wants to use it as a personal time machine. Think about it. We know time moves differently there. Lee and Keiko were gone for decades but barely aged. Isabel's brilliant idea is to sell this to the world's elite. Feeling stressed in 2026? Just pop down into a rift, hang out in a cave for a weekend, and come back 50 years later when global warming is fixed or your stocks have peaked. It's a time hole vacation. Can we just acknowledge how incredibly dangerous and stupid that is? Kate is the only one speaking sense here. She's been there. She knows it's a hellhole filled with diabolical creatures. It's not a spa, it's a nightmare dimension. But Kintaro? Man, Kintaro is drinking the Kool-Aid. Or maybe he's just desperate.
Island is where Titan X goes in and out of Axis Mundi. There has to be
The search for the egg and the Fellowship of the Titan. Meanwhile, our A-team, Tim, May, Lee, and Keiko, land on Skull Island. And can we talk about the visuals here? Skull Island looks as beautiful and terrifying as ever. They decide to trek through the jungle on foot to find the egg. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why didn't they just use the helicopter? It's the classic, why didn't the Eagles fly the ring to Mordor question. But the show actually gives us some solid reasons. 1. Stealth. They don't want Isabel's rogue Apex group to see them coming. 2. Fuel. You don't want to be hovering over a Titan-infested jungle and run out of gas. And 3. Let's be real. We need some action. And boy, do we get it. While they're hiking, they get jumped by a massive titan that looks like a cousin of the mother Longlegs from the 2017 movie. It's fast, it's creepy, and it nearly eats May. This scene was a great reminder that on Skull Island, humans are at the bottom of the food chain. The highlight of this sequence, though, was Tim. Good old awkward, office-dwelling Tim actually steps up and saves May. It's a great bit of character growth for him. He's gone from the guy who tracks data behind a desk to a guy dodging giant spider legs in the jungle. Unfortunately, the chaos separates the group. Tim and May keep tracking Kokai, while Lee and Keiko follow a different trail. One left by Bill Randa.
I still don't understand. What was Billy onto?
Bill Randa's love letters across time. This was the emotional heart of the episode. And if you didn't get a little misty-eyed, are you even human? Keiko and Lee find themselves in the graveyard of Kong's family. It's a hauntingly beautiful set piece. And there, Keiko finds Bill's old camera. Through a series of flashbacks, we see Bill Randa in the late 60s. We see a younger Bill played by Anders Holm, and he's obsessed. He's not just looking for titans, he's looking for her. He's been building these small metal capsules, like message-in-a-bottle pods, and dropping them into rifts all over the world, hoping Keiko might find one. In the present, Keiko and Lee find a whole cache of these lost capsules that never made it through the rifts. Keiko opens them and reads the letters. Bill never gave up on her, even when everyone told him she was dead. Even when it ruined his reputation and his relationship with his son Hiroshi, he kept sending her messages. It's such a bittersweet moment. Keiko is getting closure, but it's decades too late. She's realizing that the man she loved spent his entire life trying to reach her, only to die on this very island before she could ever return. It's heavy stuff, guys.
It's an old Monarch base.
She's luring the Titan here.
I have to go.
The betrayal, Kentaro's descent. Now, we have to talk about the Kentaro problem. I'll be honest, Kentaro is frustrating me this week, but I get it. Isabel has completely manipulated him. She's figured out his daddy issues and used them to fuel her plan. Kate tries to talk sense into him, but Isabel has him convinced that they can use the Axis Mundi rift to go back and save Hiroshi. Think about the logic there. If they can control the rifts, Kentaro thinks he can pop out in Santa Soledad before the accident and pull his dad to safety. It's the ultimate what if? But as Kate points out, messing with time doesn't just fix things, it breaks them. Isabel doesn't care about Hiroshi though. She just needs Kentaro's legacy, knowledge of Monarch to help her stabilize the rift. Once she realizes Kate is going to keep being a voice of reason, she has her guards literally throw Kate out. They tranquilize her and try to ship her off the island. This is where the mask really slips. Isabel reveals her Phase 2. She isn't just going to use Kokai to open a rift. She's going to use an updated version of the Apex Neural Link, the same tech we saw in Godzilla vs. Kong, to take control of Kokai and use her to, wait for it, kill Kong. She wants the king of the jungle out of the way so her time travel resort can be built in peace. It's peak corporate villainy. The climax, a three-way standoff. The episode ends on a massive high note. Kate manages to escape her captors, runs back into the outpost, and finds Kokai's egg. She finds Kentaro there, and this is the moment we've been waiting for. She pleads with him. Kentaro, just let the mother have her baby. Let them go back to Axis Mundi. But Kentaro looks her in the eye and basically says no, he's too far gone. He's so blinded by the hope of seeing Hiroshi again that he's willing to let Isabel experiment on a Titan and potentially murder the protector of Skull Island. And then, we hear it, the roar, but it's not Kokai. It's Kong. He's heard the distress calls. He knows something is wrong in his home, and he is coming for that outpost.
Massive neural activity in Titan X. It's waking up.
Our nerdy thoughts. So, why does all of this matter? First off, the time travel aspect is a huge pivot for the Monsterverse. It explains how people like Keiko can exist in the modern day, but it also opens up a massive Pandora's box. If Kentaro actually succeeds in saving Hiroshi, does that rewrite the events of Season 1? Does it create a branching timeline? And second, we are officially on a collision course. We've got Monarch Tim and May trying to stop the madness. We've got Lee and Keiko looking for a way to send Kokai home. We've got Isabel trying to play God. And in the middle of it all, we have Kong, who is definitely not going to be happy about a bunch of humans messing with a Titan egg on his beach. The drama is at an all-time high, and the stakes have never been more personal. It's not just about monsters fighting monsters anymore. It's about a family trying to heal their past while the rest of the world tries to exploit it. What do you guys think? Is Kentaro beyond saving at this point? Is Isabel actually the most dangerous villain we've seen in this universe so far? And most importantly, who wins in a fight between a neural-linked Kokai and Kong? I have a feeling episode 10 is is going to be absolutely legendary. Thanks for hanging out and breaking down this crazy episode with me. If you enjoyed this deep dive, do me a huge favor. Hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss our breakdown of the Season 2 finale. It's going to be a big one. Until next time, keep your eyes on the horizon and stay safe out there. You never know when a Titan might decide to escort you home. See ya!
We can save him.
No, what the heck, I'll laugh anyway.